16th Annual New England Invitational Sled Hockey Tournament's coming up the first weekend in May 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. It's at Amelia Park Ice Rink in Westfield, and we are very pleased to have with us a couple of folks very involved. Carole Appleton is Executive Director of the Amelia Park Ice Arena, and Corey Drouin is a veteran sled hockey athlete. He plays with the Western Mass Knights team, and we are so pleased to have both of you with us. Carole, let me ask you, this is a big deal. This is a major event. Give us an idea. How many teams, how many athletes do you expect to have participating first weekend in May?
Well, first, thank you very much for having us. We're very excited for our upcoming event. We generally have between 14 and 16 teams of physically challenged athletes that come all from all over the United States and in Canada. The furthest away would be Edmonton. We bring in a junior team from the Edmonton, Alberta area that actually waited on a list for about 5 years before they could actually get in, just with the teams that we had. And we're really excited. They play for the Amelia Cup's championship trophy, and 3 days of hard-hitting, fast-action hockey, both for adults and juniors.
One of the things that fascinates me is I know you worked very, very hard to get a lot of sponsors from the community, business and individuals. There's no cost to participating teams and their fans to come, play, and watch the events.
I think that's one of the unique things about what we do is the rink fundraises all year throughout the community, both from a corporate standpoint and an individual standpoint, and we fundraise to cover all their ice costs. We provide them actually with 3 great meals for not only the athletes and the families, but all the fans that happen to attend at that time of night. And all the games are free to the public, so at any time you could come down, check a game out. And we've even started this program through or in partnership with South Middle School in Westfield, where we do an Adopt a Team program. And all those students come over on Friday and cheer teams on and learn a lot more about being a disabled athlete or a person living with a disability.
And Corey Drouin, let me ask you, how long have you been into sled hockey? How'd you get into it? How'd you get started?
I started through Shriners Hospital about, I want to say like 14 years ago now.
You're pretty young.
Yeah. I've played through 4 different teams. I've played on the U.S. Paralympic Development Tryout Squad. I went there and tried out and missed the team, but it was a good experience. So I took a lot from that and have gotten a lot of experience since then.
We've got one of the sleds here, and it's kind of at an angle. Folks can't see it, but it's a single blade, right, which you got covered up there on the bottom. But I mean, it's pretty amazing. I mean, you obviously sit back in that kind of saddle piece. There it is, a skate blade. It's what's it like maneuvering this thing around an ice rink?
It's all on your hips. It's all core, lower, mid body. It's all on your hips. You do use your sticks to jab in, almost like skis to like pivot, but it's the further away your blades are, the more stability you have, but the harder it is to turn. The closer it is, the more tippy you are, but the easier it is to turn. So that's the difference. You work with 2 hockey sticks, yes, basically, and you're obviously going for the puck with one at any given time, and you're also propelling or kind of steering with it. I mean, that fascinates me, just the operation, and you flip them around top to bottom to get, you've got a metal sort of pike, I guess you'd go, what would you call it, grabs? It's we call them metal picks.
Okay.
On the bottom. They're stainless steel, so you use that to jab in the ice, and then in each hand you have a standard hockey blade to be able to shoot left-handed and right-handed. The big difference from us compared to able-bodied players is they're allowed to only shoot with one hand, or one way, because they have a right-handed stick or a left-handed stick. What a lot of people from sled hockey preach is you have 2 hands, 2 sticks, 2 different angles. So at any different time, you could shoot from your left hand or your right hand because you have 2 angles to shoot from.
And Corey, I'm going to let you comment on this too as well, but Carole, you were pointing out before, don't let anybody be mistaken. This is first-rate, fast-moving, tough as you can imagine, physical hockey.
Oh, yes, and I don't know if anybody's seen the PBS documentary Medal Quest. It followed the U.S. Paralympic team through their road to Sochi, but all that stuff does happen. Of course, with the Paralympic team, it's probably at a little faster pace, but it's very intense. Their center of gravity is a lot lower. when you get checked, you get checked. I mean, we've had people get hit and bodies fly over. And even from the intensity level, there are moments when it might get a little too intense, where I know that at one of our tournaments one year, we actually had a line brawl. And what's really interesting about that is everybody's closer to the ground, but when you see guys jumping on the pile, generally in a hockey game, they're kind of like hugging each other. But this is like the butt of the bucket is in the air, and you're like, the referees looked at us, they're like, we're not even trying to break that up. We're just going to let it run its course. So everybody has that competitive spirit, and that's one of the great things about the sport is that, as I mentioned before, it's not about you being disabled for the time you're on the ice. It's just one of those things where for that time you're on the ice, you are just an athlete that wants to win and compete and be the best.
Corey, talk about that a little bit. I mean, what's it mean to you and your teammates be able to slide into that seat and off you go for the duration of the game?
I've been disabled my whole life, but I can tell you when I'm out there, I don't know what it's like to be disabled. I'm out there, I'm playing hockey. It's me versus the other opponent team, whoever. And it's a full-on hockey game. We want to win, and we're going to do everything we can to win.
And Carole, you were telling me that you don't have to be disabled to play sled hockey. There are folks that are not, and you also play against teams where the guys are up skating on two legs at times. Am I right? There are some of those matches?
That's mostly probably more on the charity end,
okay.
Because if you are standing up and there's somebody in a sled, it could get ugly.
Gotcha. In a real game, okay.
I
understand. But it's serious
Yeah,
business.
usually in a charity game, those types of scenarios happen. But they do have programs. The Western Mass Knights are part of the Center for Human Development Disability Resources program. It's head by Nancy Bazanchuk, who is a double amputee who used to play sled hockey, and she runs all kinds of programs for people with physical challenges. And we have a junior squad that Corey started on through Shriners Hospital originally, who is now under the CHD umbrella, as well as the Western Mass Knights. And with that junior program, we do have, you don't see it as often in the adult level with able-bodied. You do for some tournaments, but mostly in the competitive sense, they want the disabled folks to be in the competition. But at the lower levels, a lot of times it's a way, especially if, say, a parent has either acquired a disability or lived with a disability all their life, it's a way for them to connect with their child on several levels. It allows them to play a sport that they can learn to love together. It's obviously the physical activity and the bonding and that type of thing. So I know at the junior level with the Springfield Sliders, we actually have a lot of the kids, they're either the brothers and sisters or the children of the parents.
What's it mean to you and your staff at Amelia Park to be able to participate, work with guys like Corey, and have this event?
Well, I started with the program way before I was with Amelia Park. It was probably right after he started, maybe a year or two. So they've grown up to be my family, and I actually, when I worked for the Springfield Falcons, I ran the community relations, and I went with a couple of players, and they said to me after, they're like, if you don't go with guys every week, it's crazy not to. It's just, it inspires you, it puts things in perspective for people that are able-bodied and stuff. But the biggest thing, and I never left, but the biggest thing I think is to see the growth on some of these athletes. I mean, we've had some athletes that come to us in the very beginning that are very closed up, not as social, not as willing to be part of anything, and then all of a sudden they feel more comfortable, they've progressed, and they've gotten better on the ice, and it not only helps them on the ice, but it also helps them off the ice. And that's, I think, probably the most rewarding thing for me.
Well, Carole Appleton, Corey Drouin, thanks for being with us. Good luck with the tournament first weekend in May.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.